Hello everyone, welcome back to Bag Only, my inventory-only Ultimate Iron Man on Oldschool Runescape, where we're not using any additional storage. As you may remember in the last episode, we completed a Taste of Hope and Sins of the Father, so we completed all the vampire quests. We unlocked and completed some Hallowed Sepulchre, got our agility all the way up to 76, so I feel like we're probably at a decent spot now to go and do Mourning's End. I was just getting our agility up so we wouldn't fail as much on the handholds during the Mourning's End too. And then also last episode we completed Beneath Cursed Sands as well, so we do have the capability going forward to go do some Raids 3 if we want to, but we won't be doing that this episode. It's off to go do Mourning's End 1 and 2, and then we'll see what we're doing from there. So obviously it's Mourning's End 1 first. The very first thing you need to do is go to this door here near the outpost, kill a mourner, and then steal a full set of their clothing, but sadly some parts of it are damaged, so a large part of Mourning's End 1 is just getting this outfit repaired. Fixing the first piece is really quite easy, you just need to clean off this red liquid. So we head over to Tavley, we nick this dude's soap, and we just wash our clothes here. Then finally there's just some ripped trousers, so we have to go buy a bear fur from the Ardy Market and 2 silk from the Varrock clothes store. Take those over to the seamstress in Letya that we unlocked at the very start of this quest, and then she'll repair the trousers for us, and then we'll have the full Mourner disguise so we can infiltrate the Mourner HQ and see what they're doing in West Ardy. With a full Mourner disguise repaired, I just stayed in Letya killing some elves until I got a teleport crystal drop, just so we could get that charged before we left, so we could have 3 teleports straight back here for further steps in the quest later. And then I just went to get the quest items that it says here on the left. We just need a bunch of random things so we can coerce and tease a prisoner inside the Mourner HQ to get him to help us fix a device that we can use to paint some sheep. So first thing is, now with our Mourner disguise repaired, we can go down here, talk to these evil elves, and we can pretend that we're actually part of them, join their little faction here, and just cause trouble basically. So with our feather on hand to tickle this gnome's feet and the promise of some toad crunchies as a bribe, the dude helps us repair our broken device, which is actually a toad launcher. Then we need to nip back to Letya, buy 1 of each different colour dye, and then we head over to the swamp where we did big chompy bird hunting and we get the ogre bellows back. And using the dye and the bellows, we inflate some different coloured frogs that we use as ammunition in our strange device, and then we go back to East Ardy and we fire these at the relevant coloured sheep in order to re-dye the packs of sheep, because the dye is wearing off, because basically we're helping the mourners to fake some more of the plague symptoms, because obviously the plague isn't real, but we need to convince them that we're one of them, so we help them to continue to manufacture this fake plague. So with the sheep re-dyed, we return to the leader of the mourners under the base here in West Ardy. So for this part we actually need to make another barrel of naphtha or whatever, you know, the barrel bomb that we did during Regicide, where you're supposed to make 2 so you can bank 1 for this quest. So we'll head over to Zulrah, BJS, take the agility hop that we now have access to, which is always nice, and then I think we can grab a barrel from the Tyrus camp here, or whatever it's called, and then we can take that over once again to the Swamp Tar in the Elven Lands. It is going to include 10 to 20 coal, so we're probably going to have to buy a pick, do a couple of trips over to the Rimington Chemist, do that mini-game again. So I'll grab all the stuff together, guys, I'll see you over there. Right guys, back at this thing again, remember this? Just got to keep it in the green region, basically. There we go, got a naphtha barrel, awesome. So next thing we need to go get a barrel of like rotten apples or something. Right, so we're in Elena's house, let's just speak to her. So she does some tests on the rotten apple, then we'll put the whole thing in this like apple juice squashing machine which is here for whatever reason. So now we've made some crusty apple mix and we sieve all the bits out. There we go, so now we have some toxic food powder. So with this we'll just head over to West Ardy, and we can use this and just sprinkle it on like some grain supplies around the town like we're playing Warcraft 3 or something. So here we go, pop some toxic food powder into the grain stores in West Ardy, just to make everyone ill. We'll just run back into the Mourner HQ, talk to the head guy, say we've done everything, and then we report back to Arianwyn in Letya, and that'll be the very, very end of the quest. So that's Mourning's End Part 1 complete. Very, very easy, and we should be able to immediately pick up Mourning's End 2. So we just need to head back into the Mourner HQ basement, but first things first, we need to get rid of some stuff out of our invent that we don't need. Right gamers, Mourning's End 2 time, we're back in West Ardy. So we're here, we're just going to talk to the lead guy, and we're going to see if we can get access, now that we're recognised as a mourner, into the mourner tunnels down here, so we can go deep inside, find the Temple of Light that's in there, where we inevitably come back and make some death runes later. So now we can sneak through with this key. I believe we can drop it once we go through this door. We can just like search the guy's desk or talk to him again to get the key back. I did check that you can't actually use the Slayer ring to tally down here during the quest. You have to have completed this quest first, which is a bit of a shame because we do have access to Slayer rings. So being able to teleport like here would not only save us a bunch of time during this quest, but we could also equip all our gear and not wear the Mourner stuff. But sadly that is not the case, so you know. Now it also suggests bringing prayer gear as a switch, which would be nice. I think I'll probably grab some monk's robes legs, maybe. Like I say, I've got these 2 full sand fuse that I want to use up to get the invent space back, because we already have noted prayer pots and we don't need both. So yeah, you have to do a bunch of puzzles in here. It's a very infamous quest. I'm sure you all know about it anyway. What we do first is just nip in here once and we grab this dark crystal, so we can take it to Ariam and see what they have to say about it. And then while we're here, we'll also go find the roving elves and get our seed charged back up to 3 charges, just so we can get back here later. So interesting thing, apparently the catalytic talisman from Guardians of the Rift, that's like the multi-talisman that lets you go into all the catalytic rune altars. You can use that to get in here instead of bringing the dwarf guy his 50 items, which is kind of interesting. But it is a 1 in 200 from Guardians of the Rift searches. But like I did say before, the list is not the part of the quest that I'm worried about at all, unless there's some on that list that are really problematic. I hope not. So here's the bit that's annoying about this quest. When you come over here, every puzzle you do requires increasingly more of these lenses and mirrors. I believe we can get rid of our full Mourner. I think we can also get rid of the chisel and the key as well. Yeah, let's just hope that we have enough prayer and supplies to do this. We do have obviously 76 agility, which is going to help running around and hopefully help on the handholds, because you can do this with like 50 agi or something. So this is the bit where you can fail. I think on Leagues I failed this over 20 times in a row, and this is the bit that ruins the run for you. One of the JMods years ago posted the success chance of this on Twitter. If you're anything below like 80 plus agility, then your success chance is terrible. You stop failing at like 90 something, but like the curve isn't linear at all. If you come here at the very start, you have a very similar success rate than if you have like 70 agility. There's like little difference. Also the fact is when you fall, you take unavoidable fall damage, which is kind of annoying. Otherwise you could just come here with prayer potions and just pray the whole time to avoid damage from the shades. So, not a lot to say about this one, it's just Mourning's End 2, probably a lot of people's least favourite quests, or probably in the bottom 5 or something. I just failed this handhold segment 11 times in a row. I think the graphic on screen there said you've got a 17% chance to succeed at level 70, but later down the line you do have to cross this again during the quest, and we got it first time, so I guess it does average out. This certainly isn't the most fun quest to play through, but it is the last elf quest before Song of the Elves, which is probably going to be our last quest we do on this account, and obviously we need to do this one to unlock Prith. So what you basically need to do, just to give a Cliff Notes version of it if you like, is go round and direct a light around a bunch of different reflective mirrors to point the light in different locations, and if the light touches a certain door, then that door is open for the player. So you need to direct the light round the map to different doors and then go inside and loot the chests in there, which in turn give you more mirrors, so you can direct the light further into the temple to get to the next chest and the next chest, and you do this like 5 to 6 times, and then finally you have enough mirrors on you to direct the light to the door at the very end and get to the death altar inside. Obviously this is very difficult for a limited inventory space account like ours. We were already carrying a whole bunch of garbage, we didn't really have any room at all for supplies, but somehow we did manage to complete this one. It did take me a lot of real time, but I'm not going to subject you guys to all that. There we go, we've got ourselves into the death altar, super happy with that one. So this dwarf guy has mined his way in, but I think from here on potentially we can go through his shortcut. Yeah, so now there's this shortcut here from the underground pass, where we can come back and get into the death altar if we need to, from this point onwards during the quest. Go to Ferox, refill our stats, and then let's cross our fingers and have a look at this list of items. What do we need to get? An archery ticket, a book, a jail key, a rope, a spade, iron pick, iron axe, knife. And so there it is, a sack of 10 potatoes, an inventory enhancing container. Now I did say for the rules of this account we're not allowed to fill inventory enhancing containers unless there's no other choice for a quest. As you may remember for Enlightened Journey, for example, on Intrana, we had to fill a sack with potatoes to fix that guy's balloon, but there's no other choice for that quest, whereas for this quest there are at least 2 other options over completing this list of 50 items. Now it really is a shame because all the items on this list are so easy. The vast majority of them are just for sale in various general stores around the game, so I could genuinely go get every item on this list in under like an hour and turn them in and have the quest complete. But what we're going to have to do is either go to Guardians of the Rift and pull the catalytic talisman, assuming the wiki's correct and we can in fact use it on the death altar before the quest is complete, or we'd have to go get 90 Slayer and kill a dark beast for the only death talisman drop in the game. So it looks like we're going back to rune crafting. Hey guys, quick birdhouse run here, but on the way round, just going to grab a farming level here. It's been a while since we got really that many levels, so that's 74 farming coming in. We can do crystal trees, and we can do the tithe farm best fruit without a boost. Obviously, I'd be remiss as a YouTuber if I didn't remind you that we need only 4 more levels now until we can do a +5 spicy stew and actually make our first ever spirit tree. It only needs 83. It does mean that with that level we can put one in our POH, and that doesn't count towards our limit. So if we can get 78 farming, we can stew up, we can find 2 spirit seeds from somewhere, then we can pop a spirit tree in our house and another somewhere else, probably at Port Sarim, to be honest. Alright guys, we're back in the Rift. So yeah, once again, the reason we are here is we're going for the 1 in 200 catalytic talisman, which you can get from searches from this guy. Obviously, to do one search, you need 1 reward point of the elemental energy and 1 reward point of the catalytic energy. We've technically already done 197 searches, so if we do 3 searches without getting it, then I guess we're technically dry. But I guess that's probably not the smartest way to look at things. But yeah, once again, we have quite a limited invent here. We have about half an inventory to play with, if that. And we also can't use the pouches on this account, so we're just going to be doing really, really inefficient gaming. The alternative obviously would be we have to get 90 Slayer and kill a Dark Beast to do this quest. If the only other option is 90 Slayer, then we're just going to do it. Now again, you can actually buy Death Talismans in here from the reward shop for pearls. I think it's 80 pearls or something for one. But I think I mentioned like way back when we initially came and did Runecraft here, you can't actually buy it until you've done Mourning's End 2. So buying one to complete the quest is not an option. It just doesn't appear in the shop here. For those of you wondering about that option, it's not possible. Can we pull our talisman? Oh, of course 2 other people just pulled it. That's pretty sad. Alright gamers, 7 more claims coming in. Let's see if we can pull this thing, get out of here. Runes, 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 runes. Okay. Cosmic runes, chaos runes, 3 more searches. I'm just doing these every game, just because, you know, it's not the rarest thing to receive. So saving up too many of these is probably not worth the effort, because we might go over. I don't want to spend longer here than we have to. So once again, nothing. Earth runes, fire runes, and chaos tally. Another game down. There's 67 runecraft coming in. 10 more and we can do those lovely blood runes. So maybe we'll get there one day. Unlock a nice moneymaker for the account. Okay, here we go, we're gonna get it, I can't believe it, whoa! Wow, body runes, bro, sweet. Oh boy, guys, here's 4 more lovely searches for our lovely talisman, here we go. Some pearls, some chaos runes, some pearls, and some nature runes. 3 more searches coming in. Oh, we got some more runes, that's cool. So guys, we were back in Guardians of the Rift. Hadn't expected to be back here for a long time, if ever, but we needed to get this catalytic talisman. Like I say, we'd started off with like 197 claims already done, and this thing was 1 in 200, so I'd expected to get it relatively soon. I know that's not how RNG works, but you know, I was just searching after every single game, just because I didn't want to go over with the amount of searches, so we could get out of here as quick as possible. But it turned out to take a lot longer than I expected, as I'm sure you'll see in the next few clips. What I was doing is just, if we ever got too many valuable runes in a single pull, I would just teleport out to Lumbridge, run over to Alley and just sell them for GP. So our cash stack was increasing every few games. 68 runecraft coming in, guys. Another nice level. We're now the same level as our Herblore. Hey, 5 more searches in our attempt to pull a 1 in 200. That's our first air talisman, I think, at least, so that's at least something unique and fun. Wow, double mind runes and a cosmic tally. Wow. Lore runes, blood runes, abyssal pearls, and another body talisman. 69 runecraft coming in, a very funny level. Lore runes and pearls. 143 pearls currently. If we do get 250, then we can buy the boots, I guess. So that's something. Alright guys, 3 more searches. That's the last few I'm going to do tonight, because I've been doing this for like 6 hours plus. I want the quest complete so I can come back here and do this more efficiently by making death runes in here, but I can't do that unless I play this and pull the drop first. So maybe I've done like 70 searches today, or 60 plus, something like that. So we're on 273 searches for the 1 in 200. We're now noticeably above Herblore, but obviously we're going to keep going until we pull this item, so we might even get 70 or higher. So we did a whole bunch more searches at Guardians of the Rift, got ourselves 73 mining while in here, which is always nice. Not only is it a hilarious number, it's our first mining level since getting 72 for Questscape. I don't think I've really done any mining anywhere else. This has kind of been a passive level, just doing other stuff, which is always nice to see. Few searches down the line, we also pulled our first unique since coming back to Guardians, an Abyssal Green dye. Obviously normally you can use this to recolour the outfit pieces, but since if we do get any outfit pieces, we'll just be dropping them on the floor relatively quickly afterwards. I instead just swapped this with the NPC outside for 50 of the pearls you actually use for the reward shop, as that's something you can do. With these 50 pearls we were now at 245. Obviously the boots, the cheapest outfit piece, are 250, but I wasn't going to buy those because we just have to put our manacles in the invent if we bought those, so I was going to save till 350 to buy the legs first, just because we only had a monk's robe equipped, which is entirely disposable. Did a bunch more searches, got nothing, but we got ourselves 70 runecraft, which is a really nice number to have on the account. It just looks nice, and it's also a lot closer to that 77 we want for blood runes, which are going to be such a nice time on this account. We should be over 300 claims now at this point, 311. I mean, I guess ultimately, if we're working towards Lumbridge Elite, then we do need 76 runecraft, so we can create the multiple water runes required. I mean, primarily, obviously, we just want this talisman so we can dip and finish Mourning's End too. But, you know, if we stay here and we're dry and we don't get the talisman we're looking for, then what we can do is just stay here until we get some or all of the pieces of the runecraft outfit. And then we'll run around and just do as many elite runecraft diaries as possible using the outfit's boost. Anyway, yeah, I'll see you in a bit when I get it, I guess. Right, guys, 5 claims. Can you feel it? I can feel it. Nope, just pearls, I guess. So there we go, rogue bottoms of the eye. Straight back in. There we go, guys, 71 of the best rune crafting levels. You don't get an unlock for that one. In fact, there's not really any unlocks coming up at all. At 74, you get double chaos runes, which I guess is something, but we're dropping those anyway. So 318 claims for our 1 in 200. But yeah, we've had really good clue luck. Anytime we have to physically grind something that's RNG, it takes 2 to 2.5 times as long as it should. Hey you guys, just chilling here with the level 3 bots. So let's see what we get. Lore runes, blood runes, chaos runes, abyssal pearls, someone else got the Catholic talisman, cosmic talisman, cosmic runes, air talisman, water runes, earth talisman, chaos runes, and nature runes. So there's enough there to warrant going to sell it to Ali, because there's quite a lot of runes. Hey guys, random easy casket here from, I think, a Birdhouse run, maybe? If not, then it's from a Fossil Island crab, because I've been chilling over there. Any godbook pages? Oh my god, that's... Hey guys, there we go, there's 72 runecraft coming in. Don't really get anything with that level, but what we do have is 23 reward claims. Chances are we'll have to leave to sell runes after this, so not worried about missing the start of this next game. Tertiarily, we're kind of looking for the amulet, the locket thing you can pull from these intricate pouches. So if we do get one of those, that's good too, because then we can turn that in for the teleport necklace that teleports us to this minigame. If we don't get it, then I don't really mind, it's not essential. There we go, that's all our searches, let's crack the pouch. So that's 354 searches, and that should be the end of a game. So there we go, we've earned 6 levels so far, only 4 more left and we can actually make blood runes. What we're going to do, however, is go and do our claims, because I've saved up 39 claims here to do a big pull. And this is actually going to put us very close to being double the drop rate for the talisman we're after. Again, we could also go for the necklace from those intricate pouches, that would be nice. We can always go for more of these abyssal pearls to get more outfit pieces, and if we pull some dies or something, or the offhand, then we can also trade those in for some pearls as well. There's the wrong talisman again. 18 more searches, really hope we get this thing. That's our 3rd elemental talisman today. Don't know the drop rate of that one, I would assume it's probably the same, but let's not think about that. We didn't even pull a single abyssal pearl from all those. We should expect to see probably 80 pearls or something from that many loots. Let's just open these 3 bags while we're here in Lumbridge, see if we can pull this tarnished locket. Hey, there we go, tarnished locket, so that's something. We did get a unique, and then you can actually use it on the Lumbridge guide. It turns out that in the lore that's like the locket of his beloved or something, so we can turn this in after we listen to his story. And I'll actually exchange this for the amulet of the eye, which is a teleport necklace, like I've said before, that we can come back and reclaim from this guy at any point. So if we're in Lumbridge, we can talk to him, grab this amulet, and then we can teleport to Guardians of the Rift. If our minigame telly, for example, is on cooldown, So not too disappointed, but I'm just really itching to get to the end of Mourning's End 2, unlock those death runes, and then not only that, we'll also be able to get rid of the newly made crystal from our invent to have one more invent space to play this minigame slightly more efficiently. Hello everyone, welcome back to another day of runecrafting. There's 74 runecraft coming in on the account, so let's head out, let's do some searches. We've saved up 43, which is kind of nice, done about 4 and a bit hours. There's some pearls already, that's good. Hopefully they even out, because we've not received any in a while. And of course I imagine after this search... Oh, there it is! Excellent! We've got our talisman. Really good. That might have been almost exactly double drop rate. It was around about the 7th search, I think. But that's great. Got that out of the way. So now we can go finish Mourning's End 2, assuming the guy who wrote that line on the wiki is correct, and you can in fact use this talisman. So there's a couple of pearls there. 124, 143, that's really good. Let's see what we get from the pouches. An XP lamp, that's not bad, and a crystal key. But we'll certainly get a lot from all these bloods and deaths. Like I say, what I am actually going to do is just go straight back to Guardians of the Rift as soon as we finish Mourning's End 2 here, and just get all the way to 77, because it is such a huge level to be able to go make bloods on Zaya. So there we go, 952,000 GP. So let's finally go finish Mourning's End 2 and unlock ourselves death runes inside Guardians of the Rift. I thought you reclaimed the Mourner outfit downstairs in the basement. But of course we can't get into the Mourner place because we don't have the outfit. So we'll have to use the Zulrah Fairy Ring hop, and then we'll go through the back way where the dwarf guy is. Hopefully that works. As you can see, I've got some random things together. I've got a tiara, so we can turn this talisman into a catalytic tiara after this portion of the quest. And then we've also bought some essence just to come back here once we actually complete Mourning's End 2 fully. Make these death runes. Like I say, it should be the last thing for RD Hard, I believe it is. Okay, gamers, we're back in the underground pass, in the back way down near these dwarves. Hopefully this works, because otherwise we'll have to go remake the Mourner's outfit. So here we go, the Death Altar. Now we find out if this works or not. Okay, we're in. Obviously we're still on the Guardians of the Rift world, so you can see all the actual players in here, still playing the minigame. So we can actually use our newly made crystal on here, which is awesome. Now we just need to go back out into the temple and reuse that. Oh, we can actually do the diary thing now before finishing the quest. That's really weird. I thought you hard needed Mourning's End 2 complete to actually make deaths. So that's good, that's going to save us a trip. The issue is... yeah... to actually complete the quest, we're going to have to go get the Mourner's outfit back. Yeah, really happy that this talisman actually worked and we didn't have to go get 90 Slayer, because that probably would have took a few months. So I'm really glad that we didn't have to do that. Shout out whoever did the wiki page for the talisman, you were correct, and I'm glad that you were. Once we're back inside the temple as well, what I will do is just make this tiara thing, and then if we do go back to Guardians of the Rift and we do pull the hat, then before we get rid of this talisman we can use it on the hat, which means that the Guardians of the Rift outfit hat becomes a catalytic tiara as well. We may end up not using that feature until we destroy the whole outfit, but honestly, it's just a little goal I feel like doing, so let's kill this guy, see if he still drains our stats to 20. Yeah, the trousers are still broken and the top's still broken, so... Right guys, we're back. Went to Letia, got our trousers fixed, got the soap, cleaned the top. I believe we just nip downstairs and we can grab a key from the desk of the main dude, and then we can use that to go back through the tunnels past the Dark Beasts. We're just going back into the temple with our newly reconstructed crystal that we powered up with the powers of the Death Altar. And then we're going to replace it with a crystal inside the Temple of Light to rebuild the defences. We'll just really quickly ignore the quest guide, just go make our tiara real quick. We've obviously completed the diary now, so we can turn this in once we've left here as well. We get 5 teleports to the farming patch. Obviously we get our 15k hard lamp as ever. There's our catalytic tiara complete, that's really good. One of the really good things we get from doing RD Hard is we get the Watchtower teleport, which means we can teleport to the centre of Yanil, which is so much better. We're going to use that a lot on this account because we're still going to Yanil whenever we want to buy runes. And at the moment we're still teleporting into the Watchtower and running, so having a Yanil telly both on us and in our POH is going to be massive. So that's the crystal replaced, and then we'll just talk to Ariamin, and this is the quest complete. This will be Mourning's End 2, 20,000 agility XP and the RD Hard diary. Really good. So now we can go back to Guardians of the Rift and actually be able to make death runes. It took a long time, like I say, including all the runecraft we had to do. Got ourselves 8 runecrafting levels to try and get the tiara here to skip the item list. Took about 4 days. like I say, we've got nothing left for Song of the Elves. We literally just need 70 Herblore. And then once we've done all these, I think our first port of call, like I say, will be the Lumbridge Elite Diary, which we are working on now. I'm just going to get the runecraft requirement done while we're already doing runecrafting. Then we'll get our quest cape for the other requirement here. Then all we'll need is 78 thieving, which is boostable. And then after that, all we'll have is 88 smithing. Like I say, we'll get 83 or 84 and boost with either a stew or a beer. But for now, let's go straight back to some runecraft. Let's see if the points an hour or XP an hour change in any way. Don't think they really will, but it will be nice to be able to stack up some death runes while doing this. And then we're going to be saving up pearls to get our Hat of the Eye as well. And also we'll be looking at these two other pieces once we can afford those. And then with those and 76 runecraft, we'll go try and do the Lumbridge Elite step to make some water runes. And then with 77 runecraft, we'll probably stop because we'll be able to then make blood runes going forward, both in here and in Zaya, which will be an absolutely excellent moneymaker for an account like this. Oh yeah, before I forget guys, let me actually go claim Ardy Hard now that we've completed Mourning's End too. Just grab the lamp and the fancier looking cape. So obviously it's more mage attack and stab attack, more mage defense and stab defense, but it also has one extra prayer over the Ardy cloak too. We're going to be wearing this pretty much everywhere, so we now have a pretty much permanent one more prayer bonus on the account, which is really nice. And then like I say, we have a 15k lamp, which should give us about 2/3 of the remaining XP towards 69, so 11k left. And then after that we just have one more level for Song of the Elves. Right, we're back. 11 more searches just because I got 6 hour logged, so I've been kicked out of the match. Looks like quite a few money runes, which is nice. I don't know how I'm going to make this video interesting. Just going to runecraft all week. So this should be the end of another game, and that should be 75 runecraft on the account. Could now use giant pouches, and also I think probably the colossal pouch maybe as well. Way ages ago when we initially came here to do the quest and do a little bit of runecraft, we actually got the needle quite early. So we actually have all the stuff now basically to use the colossal pouch, but we just can't. Anyway, let's go do 34 claims and then inevitably go sell the runes. A couple of pearls would be nice. Hopefully we can go past 250. Oh, another green dye, okay. Anyway, there's 250, so that's enough for the boots, which is really good. And a few more. 3 pearl rolls back to back, you always love to see that. And then obviously we can turn this dye in for 50 more pearls, which we definitely will do. So we already have the bottoms equipped. So I think we'll hang on, keep going until we get 400, then we can get our hat. So after another day of guarding the rift, here is 76 runecraft on the account. Of course the level required for the Lumbridge Elite runecrafting step, which is amazing. We also have ourselves 48 claims to do here. Through these 48 claims we've got ourselves over 100 pearls, and also since we've now fully completed Mourning's End 2, death talismans have been added to the drop table here, so we also received one of those. Obviously again, we couldn't have got this before getting our catalytic talisman and completing the quest, it's just not on the drop table before then. Anyway, since I passed 400 pearls here, we're going to grab our stylish rune crafting hat, imbue it with the power of this catalytic talisman, which is once again completely pointless, it just seemed like a cool thing to do. From selling all the runes we've received so far, we've got ourselves 1.35 million cash. I believe we had like 300-ish K at the very start when we decided to come do rune crafting to progress the quest, so we've basically made about 1.1 mil while grinding this out, which is insane. Hey again guys, it's once again Guardians of the Rift. I've got ourselves 39 claims here. I was hoping we'd get 40 and 40 for a nice round number after this game. Sadly we got 39.41, so that's okay. We've got 43 of these pearls. I would like to get to 250 so we could buy the boots. That's the next cheapest piece. The top is 350. I don't think we'll be here long enough to get both. Anyway, we've done 529 searches so far. We've got 39 more to do. Let's do them, see if we get anything good. I would have stayed, honestly, and just done the next clip when we hit 77. But since there's a system update coming before we'll be able to finish the level, I feel like we'll just take a quick break now. We'll cash out, go sell all our extra runes. I have been playing without earths and airs as well. I sold those to Ali as well to make 2 more spaces. So we've been only bringing 10 items in here, and that actually includes the pickaxe and the chisel that you need to play this. So we're not being terribly inefficient while playing this. There's our second catalytic, now we don't need it, lovely. But yeah, I've been getting some quite good points, usually 2 points in one of the things and 3 in the other, most games, if I get lucky, so that's good. So yeah, let's just hope we pull some pearls here, really. If we do pull a lantern for the collection log, that's good. I guess we can put some kind of log into it and get maybe 5% more reward points while playing this. What I want to do while we're in the kind of runecraft segment of the account is just take a look at all the runecraft diary steps we actually have left. I want to make sure that we can do some elite diary tasks while we have this outfit. In a few months or years down the line, when it comes to actually going for all the elite diaries, I really don't want to have to go back to Guardians of the Rift and farm this outfit a second time. I'm sure you guys can understand that one. But there we are now 46,000 XP away from being able to make blood runes on the account, which is honestly unbelievable. I didn't think I'd go to this point on this account. I thought we'd stop at like 65 runecraft, honestly. But thanks to going dry for the Mourning's End 2 talisman, we ended up staying here for a long time, and I've decided to just go for all the runecraft diary tasks. Oh yeah, while we're here, also here's 72 Hunter on the account, which is a nice level, but that does mean only 2 more levels and we can actually start doing magic birdhouses. Obviously we have the woodcutting level to chop those logs, and the crafting level to make them. Tiny bit more Hunter XP when we do some birdhouse runs. Right guys, we're back after the patch, and it's absolutely massive. I think first of all there's a new quest. Yeah, they've just added this quest, the Garden of Death, so we'll have to go do that. It's only a newbie quest, it's supposedly short. Also there's some bugs, so I don't really know whether to play today in case there's a rollback. Anyway, what they've just done, they've basically increased the quest reward XPs for like every quest above intermediate in the game basically. They've like doubled the XP. Now if you've already done those quests, you can come talk to Purdue and just get like the difference. One of the things they did was Sins of the Father. As you remember, it used to award 3 15k XP books, but now it awards 6. Insanity. It's going to put us to nearly 70 Herblore for doing nothing. We also get 40k more agility just for doing Mourning's End 2. Monkey Madness 2, instead of 25k Slayer, you now get 80k Slayer, 40k more agility, 35k more thieving. There's a bunch of other ones we can go back to, like Legends Quest now. Instead of 7.5k XP, it's now 30. We need to basically run around the game and just claim experience. So what I'm going to try and do is keep the XP tracker reset to 0 here on the side, and we're just going to go get so much free experience on the account. So here's the total XP, 35803. That's the experience we're starting off total on the account. So if we talk to this guy, supposedly, you are owed 129,000 agility, 35k crafting, 6k, you can read this obviously, 10k Herblore's one of them, and then a bunch of others I don't really care about. We're going to get 25k free in Runecraft, so we don't even need to play anymore, we just... Oh my god. So we just got an agility level, a thieving level. Look at all these people just leveling up for free. But for other quests that award like lamps or books or like skill choice things, you have to actually go back to the end of that quest and talk to the relevant person. So we're going to run around. By the way, they've removed this tree since we last played, so you can actually get to this fairy ring now, which is kind of crazy. So if we go here to the Legends Guild, this guy's here to get his free XP as well. The 10k Herblore, by the way, was from Grim Tales. They increased that. You used to get 5k, now you get 15k plus a ton of others. So if we talk to Radimus... Hey, he gives us some lamps. Herblore. 22... Oh my god, they're 30k each lamp. Obviously, we've already got 7k from when we did it first. I thought it just gave us 20k, but... It's 20k each lamp, dude. That's it then. Look, that's 70 Herblore just for no effort. This feels so cheap, I'm not gonna lie. There it is, guys. Every level for Questscape complete with next to no effort. I was expecting to have to actually like go farm some stuff. Maybe I was going to get 80 Hunter and do Herbivore or kill some Chaos Druids or do some Slayer. But they just added a ton of free XP. It's so weird. So that's even more free experience. Where do we go next? Now for anything that's an XP choice going forward, I'm still going to be putting those into Herblore until at least 72. And probably continuing on after 72, because it's going to remain the most difficult skill to train for us. Obviously we've got all the skills now for Questscape already done, but if we get 72, obviously we can make range pots and also stew up for staminas. Once we make staminas, we can then upgrade the pool in our house, we can make the stamina pool, then the prayer pool very easily, and then I think we can stew boost to the super restore pool perhaps. So here's our book. We use this 3 times on Herblore. What they've also done is made the Night at the Theatre quest award a bunch more XP. Obviously that's one of the few quests that has big XP rewards that we haven't yet done, but obviously we need to complete a raid for that one. So let's have a look at our skills now. So we started off on 35.8 mil, we've now got 36.4, so we literally just got 619,000 XP for just claiming quest rewards we've already done, which is absolutely insane. We went from 68 Herblore to ever so slightly under 71. I really didn't expect this. I didn't know this patch was coming. I just logged in and this was a thing. So here's the stats as they stand. We're 4 levels off being able to use the 1750 worlds now. Obviously we're going to get a level in RuneCraft relatively shortly, so we'll be 3 levels away. And yeah, the account's looking absolutely insane. We are done on stats in terms of being able to complete our quest cape. We do, however, have one additional quest to do that they've just brought out. Not going to do it now. I'm going to go finish our RuneCraft because we are so close to being finished. Hopefully we go lucky on some more pearls because we still need another 140 of these to get the boots. If we don't get them by the time we're 77, which is highly likely because we've only got like 40 minutes left now of playing the game, thanks to the free XP we just claimed, then I'll go see if we can complete the RuneCraft diary tasks without the boots. And if it turns out that we do in fact need the boots to get, you know, enough bonus runes to complete the diary tasks, then I guess we'll just go back to Guardians of the Rift and get that third piece of the outfit. And there we go, 77 RuneCraft on the UIM. That's now blood runes from Pure Essence or Dark Essence. It's also some kind of weird multiplier for air runes as well. And we can also make some of the pieces of blood bark if we go to Shades of Morton and unlock the recipe scroll for that one, which we might actually do because it's kind of cool armor. So what's really good with 77 RuneCraft, it's kind of like the last real level that matters with runecrafting, because that's the level where you unlock blood runes. You use them for some of the best combat spells in the game, most notably the highest level Ancient Magic Burst and Barrage spells, but also they sell to Ali for quite a lot of money, so it makes making AFK blood runes on Zaya actually a competitive moneymaker for our account. You really only need a pickaxe and a chisel. You get your essence over there, you make them into bloods, and as you see they sell for 200 apiece, and even if you sell some, they're still 200 apiece because of how Ali's shop works. And then what I'm going to attempt to do is go do the Lumbridge Diary first of all, where we need to make a bunch of water runes, I believe, in one go. Right guys, going to go attempt this. I've kind of got a little bit of a sneaky plan, and I don't know if it's actually a good idea or not. So I just went to Leeches, as you saw there. Just went there for the water talisman. I'm going to attempt this Lumbridge Elite task with only 2 pieces equipped. I think we'll need around 24 essence. It isn't exact because basically this outfit gives you approximately 10% more runes per piece, but sometimes that varies by up to like 6 runes. What I'm going to do is just claim our essence here. I'm going to come up with a sneaky scheme. Because we have the Ring of the Elements, what I'm going to do is go over to the water altar, and I'm going to ditch an Invent of Essence right here, right? Luckily we've got some glory charges, and then we can just unnote some more essence, right? God, I'm so good at the game. Now we've got enough essence right here, in theory, to do this diary. So if we drop, like, everything that we can actually drop, we'll be quick, don't worry. And then we grab all that essence, just gotta hope we don't DC here, otherwise we lose a lot of stuff. And then we just need the water talisman out of this pile. I think we're still in the runecrafting world, so you never know, someone could come past and do some runecraft and see a nice pile of free stuff. So let's go, Lumbridge Elite task, please. There we go! 151 runes. We only had to make 140, so my big brain plan did in fact work. I'm not actually going to mess about with the boost, like I said, for the Earth rune one that we have to do. I think I'd rather just do 5 more hours and just have an extra level of runecraft on the account. But anyway, yeah, that's the Lumbridge Elite runecraft task done. Now, like I say, just to explain, what I want to do while I have some pieces of this outfit is do all the runecraft-based diaries in the game that actually need this outfit. One of them is the Falador Elite that we have left, and the other one is the Varrock Elite, and they require a very similar thing to what we've just done here, with the level to do a certain rune multiplier. But obviously with some pieces of the outfit, they let you make more runes per essence, so basically we'll be able to do some of these diary tasks at a lower runecrafting level, so that's why I want to do all these just while we have this outfit, and then we can pretty much scrap the outfit forever going forward. So I think I'll get one more level, we'll go try the Earth Rune one for Varrock Elite, and then for the Falador Elite one, I don't know if it's going to be possible with only 2 pieces, but we'll certainly try this juggling thing, thanks to the Ring of the Elements putting us so close to where we actually need to be. Hey guys, back in the Rift, as you'd expect. So I actually forgot to get my chisel back, but it's just letting me play without it, so maybe you never needed a chisel to play this minigame at all. Maybe it was just a pickaxe, and I somehow got it in my head that you need a chisel, because obviously you need one to do like blood runes and some other similar activities. So yeah, we've got one more invent space this time. Very near to a crafting level, actually. I don't know if we'll get it, So we're nearly 81, which is cool. I don't know if that'll unlock anything new. We actually do have quite a few skills that are very, very close to a level. Obviously Slayer, only 6k away from being able to brutal black dragons. And then I think Smithing's 9k away from a level. Quite close with farming. Fire making we need to do, actually. But yeah, just doing this minigame with an extra invent space because we don't actually need the chisel, apparently. Hey guys, just midway through a game here, just got 78 runecraft. So we have 32 claims to do. We need ourselves 34 pearls if we want to get the boots for this outfit. Best thing we could probably receive is the lantern. This guy just got his second lantern today, so that's cool for him. But yeah, that'd be the best thing. It's a 1 in 700 and we could just turn it in for like 50 pearls. But it would just look nicer on the collection log to have that instead of just some pearls. But yeah, we've surpassed our 250 pearls there, so that's nice. Like I say, not sure if we need the top yet. We're going to have to leave, go test out those diary tasks. So regardless, what we'll do here is we'll just grab the boots. That'll be a lovely collection log pop-up. Anyway, we've done 653 searches. Now, the searches actually per game have certainly gone up recently. Ever since I got rid of the chisel, I got rid of our airs, I got rid of our earths, made some more space. We've been getting closer to like 3 and 3 reward points per game, sometimes 2 and 3, whereas before we were only getting 2 and 2 most games. So as you can see, we've got 2 dies, we've got 2 catalytic talismans, and then yeah, we're just missing an extra blue die, which is completely RNG, and then we're missing 350 more pearls for the top, and then a 1 in 700 abyssal lantern. We are approaching the 700 searches, so maybe we'll get that at some stage, but obviously that's not quite how RNG works. Hey guys, this is a familiar sight. Here we are in the Abyss, just got ourselves the Earth Tally back. This one's a little bit more scary because it's kind of a far busier area than the Water Altar was the other day when we did the little juggle over there. As you can see, there's like level 3 bots running by all the time to go to the sawmill, as well as real players on the way to like the dig site or whatever. And like I say, there is an element of RNG to how many runes you do actually make with this outfit. Hopefully that's enough, but let's just be quick because there are players knocking about. So there we go, 115 Earth Runes in one go. So that is the Varrock Elite task. So now all we really have to do in terms of rune crafting diary tasks is the one for Falador Elite to make a whole bunch of air runes. Right gamers, we're here in Falador with an air talisman and some essence. At the minute we naturally make 8 air runes per essence, but we've got an additional 30% from the 3 outfit pieces that we have, so it'll be around 10.4 air runes per essence that we actually use, and we need to make 252 at once. So if we do 25 essence, then we should be good. Let's just hope this works. Hope we don't DC. Hope this doesn't take somehow more than a minute. There it is, 260, so that's a Falador Elite task. So basically, we're kind of done with rune crafting. That was a weird little, like, week-long diversion, thanks to going dry at Mourning's End 2. But we ended up getting 78 runecraft on the account. We've unlocked blood runes, which is insane. So we'll nip over to Karen, we'll make an inventory of blood runes now as well, just for the Karen diary. Then we'll have this task out the way. No idea when we'll get Karen Elite, obviously we have hard already, but the other tasks are crazy high. Right guys, here we are, ready to make some blood runes and get our Elite Karen diary task. 138 there. Just for reference, that's like 3 inventories of these blocks. So I just kept going back to the essence till we had a max stack there, and then this is just like a tiny bit more. So that's actually like 40k worth if we go sell those to Ali, which is crazy to think. I don't think you can sell this outfit back, but I think it's worth a try. So let's see if he'll take any of these. No, nothing interesting happens. If we trade, can we sell them? You cannot sell. Okay, just double checking. We've got 30 pearls left, but there's no like sack of items you can cash these out on, so there's really nothing we can get. So one last look at the runecraft outfit. Had a good time doing Guardians of the Rift surprisingly, but it's now going to go for good. Just so you know, I'm not like cheekily storing it somehow off camera. It's gone, that's it. What I'm going to do is just going to go do a quick birdhouse run, because it's almost certainly birdhouse time, and then I'll see you guys probably with a full set of warm clothes and some like basic food, probably potatoes with cheese or something, and we'll go winter top, we'll get like 71 fire making, and then we'll decide what it is we're doing next on the account. Right guys, winter top time I think. We currently have the Ring of the Elements. Since that's like a fire rune ring, it actually counts as one of our 4 pieces, which is good. So to get our 4 pieces, what we're going to do, we're going to go dig up the first stage of the Clue Hunter outfit. I think we've done this before. We're going to go to Purdue, we're going to buy the bear head, because that's actually a warm item, it's only 10k. So there we go, that's a full set of warm clothes. hopefully it should be relatively easy to do because we can teleport to our house, then teleport to like the Warriors Guild to grab food, then teleport back to our house and use our games necklace and our jewelry box to very easily get straight back to Wintertot. Hopefully we can do all that between each game if we do need to fill up on food. And then also while I'm here, I want to try and heal one of the Pyromancers at some stage when they do go down, because there is actually a combat task to do that. I've not really looked into the combat tasks on this because you do need to do 10 KBD kills to even get the easy tier, but while we're here there's no reason to not at least try and get the Wintertot tasks. Hey, there we go, we saved the guy, used our potion dose and healed him up. This guy's died again, so let's just heal him straight up because we're a good player. We helped the team out. So for that first game we actually got 14,000 XP in total, which is really, really good. Like I say, it's super fast to train farm making, so we'll just bang out this level 71 or so, and then we'll go do something else. Hey guys, there's 75 farming coming in. I've been doing some Wintertot and I actually pulled 6 Snapdragon seeds in 2 chests. So I need to go do a full farm run just to get rid of these, because having Snapdragons in the ground is just priceless for our account. Obviously, super restores from those. I'm going to make sure we plant all those, prioritising the patches that can't die. It would be nice if we'd already done Making Friends with My Arm or My Arm's Big Adventure, whichever it is, because obviously that would unlock one more patch that couldn't die. Whoa, dude, is this the first time we're using this agility shortcut? Look at that, crazy. I think that's Fremenic Hard Diary and 73 agility for that one. And also once we complete the My Arm quest and we make a portal in our house, with the unlock of that shortcut you will get the portal up here instead of down to the bottom, so that'll be really nice for herb runs going forward. Hey guys, with this game we should be 68 fire making. Yeah, really not had to play too many games so far, so that's 68. Just going to go for 71 I think. So realistically probably like 2 hours I suppose. 1 to 2 hours of this. Gamers, that's Wintertot done, I think 39 games total on the account, so not too many. We've now got 71 fire making, so it's enough for now, just to have our fire making above our prayer, and also our fletching, and also our cooking, and also our herb lore. So for Tears of Guthix, they won't go into the wrong skill, so that's really good. Loot from that one, we had a couple of Ranarr seeds, a couple of Snapdragon seeds, and then just 2 Cadentines and this diamond that I'm not going to keep. So I think I want to take a crack at that new quest, because we are in a nice position now where we aren't actually in the middle of doing anything for once, which is kind of weird. So maybe we'll go try the Garden of Death. I'm just going to go grab some very basic items back. Some rune gloves, don't really need barrows at the minute because we're not doing combat. I got some warm gloves at Wintertot, but, you know, they're kind of meaningless. So here's the account, here's the gear. Got our manacles back, just got a monk's robe. Re-equipped everything we need to re-equip. Very, very bare bones inventory, pretty much. Would be super nice one day if we could finally mount this Xerix in our house and get rid of it. I mean, honestly, I don't need to carry it for everyday use, really, anyway. It's just nice to get to the Xerix Glade Herb patch. But we are going to go to Kourend and complete this new quest now. So I'll just open the wiki guide, because there is no quest helper quite yet. Apparently it's short, but it involves a series of puzzles. You don't really get much for this, obviously you do get 1 quest point, so we do need to do it because it's part of our full quest completion goal for kind of Season 1 of this account, if you like. And it will obviously give us 1 more tick of Tears of Guthix every week, like I say, for every quest with a quest point reward. And it does give us 10k in farming for finishing this one. We just got a couple of fire making levels, which also pushed our total level over 1750, so we now have access to a handful more worlds to hop to. If we do need to do any world hopping content, like buying or selling from shops, things like that, so that is good. They've added a new dungeon kind of south of Chambers of Xeric. So we're supposed to search this tent and we'll find somebody's journal. That will begin the quest. So I guess this is the Garden of Death itself. I think they've kind of redone a little bit of the visuals of this tiny bit of the area down here, which makes sense, obviously. So when you search for a stone table with a search option to receive a stone tablet. This language is fascinating. I've already managed to translate a few words, but it's going to take a lot more to discover anything of use. So someone's already been here and they've been trying to translate an ancient Lizardman language or Xerican language. And they've made a little bit of progress, and I guess they've just disappeared, so it falls to us to finish their translation work. So that's translated enough of the words to fully read the stone tablet, so let's read it. Something time, something vessel, vessel north, garden plant below, underwater island. So we climb up the rope, travel to Lake Mulch, and go to Mulch Island. That's where aerial fishing is. Gotta say, it's so nice having this jewelry box too. It's really made our account so much better. Having all these teleports, like even just getting straight to the monastery with the combat bracelet to grab monk's robes, or straight to the Champions Guild to check our bush patch to get white berries. There's so many good uses, and mainly obviously getting to the farming guild. So I'll grab the explorer's ring here because it is going to make it a little bit easier for us to recharge our run energy while doing this quest, which is good. So here we are. Here's the angler guy for aerial fishing, but we're not doing that today. We're going to climb down this brand new hole and see what's down here. Got ourselves another note from the person who was previously here doing the translation that we've been following. Vines everywhere, I'm on the verge of greatness. Few vines may not be all that I have to contend with. Return to the camp to pick up some secateurs, my journal's gone missing. Seems I'm not the only one doing the search. That's interesting, the person we're following is sort of aware of us also following them. Kinda spooky. So what we need to do is once again search all the things in this room to come up with more like carvings and other bits that we can read to discover more words. Then when we do actually read the stone tablet, it'll probably make slightly more sense. Method process west, below, under, poison, water, earth. So I guess we need to, for the next step of this quest, go west and head under the earth, which is where the Lizard Man temple is, I believe. Now normally I teleport out, just tell you to Farming Guild and run down, but we're actually quite close. Because of the use of this boaty, I think you can go over to, I guess it's Mulch, right? And we'll be kind of close. Yeah. Done a couple of Lizard Man tasks here in the past. And there's also like this crazy Swamp Priest here. It's actually a really cool guy. He's got a really cool model and some sweet armor. But they've actually added another hole here that we can go down. So let's go in here. Now, I guess if you're a really low level, you can do this quest for some early farming XP. But you do need to run past a lot of Lizard Men while doing this. So it might actually be quite dangerous. So now we can read the third stone tablet. We need to move the process, time the moving of the plant southeast. So I guess we need to head to the ruins of Mour. This is actually kind of a semi-new place they added, which is near Shazium, which means we can go to Karen Woodland Telly. I believe it's over here, right? Yeah, it's this like Aztec temple looking thing. So here we are, the ruins of Mour. We passed this earlier on our way to start the quest. Now supposedly there's a new hole here we can go down. There it is. We once again do the exact same thing where we search the stone table, we get ourselves the newest stone tablet. You can destroy the wood carvings and the compass apparently, so I'm going to do that because we are getting low on space. Something different about this place, something familiar, a stench of death that's hard to forget. Could this be where the Strangler was born? Interesting. I guess they're going to add some kind of strangling plant boss, it looks like, from all these weird vines. Did you think I wouldn't know you've been following me? Yes, you were the one reading this note. Maybe you thought I was a fool, or maybe you're the fool yourself. Either way, you've now discovered the truth. Just real quick note, maybe don't put the text the same colour as the background. Maybe just make it like black. You know what I mean? So this is just talking about how there's some other people other than the Arceus Ascended that know how to do soul transferring, and it could be dangerous. So whoever we're following, who supposedly is called Kassondi Shaw, will find the remaining knowledge of the old ones, discover the secrets. Maybe they'll become our enemy, who knows. So this is quite an interesting quest. I think that's it. Garden of Death complete, 10k farming, 1 quest point, and that will almost certainly be a prerequisite for future Korend content, because it's very story heavy, and it actually has like next to no requirements. So I'm sure whenever they add like the Kingdom of Valamor down here and more Korend content, then you'll certainly have to have done this quest first. So it's good to have that out of the way. We're kind of back at the same place we were like a week ago before they added this. We now once again have only 5 quests left. One of them, of course, being a Theatre of Blood raid. So really 4 quests left if you don't count that one. So it's either Kingdom Divided or Making Friends with My Arm next. I guess you'll see which one I pick in the next clip of this video. Or you'll find out which one I pick in the next episode. Ooh, if that's not going to keep you glued to your screens, I don't know what is. I'm going to call this episode here complete, guys. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in. Quick recap of what we actually got done. First off this episode, we completed Mourning's End 1. It was super quick. We made our Mourner's outfit and did a little bit of mischief around the map. Then we went to the Temple of Light in Mourning's End 2, did that big stinky maze, repaired the crystal. We got into the very end, which was the Death Altar, but in order to get inside the Death Altar, of course, you need a talisman, and we couldn't do the list of 50 items to exchange for one because it included some potatoes, so we went to Guardians of the Rift for 5 days, starting at 66 runecraft, and we ended up with 78 because we did go so dry. I decided to just stay at Guardians of the Rift all week and actually complete all the elite runecraft diary tasks that the outfit can actually help with. So we got a healthy looking collection log there. We did a few hundred claims. We got our catalytic talisman, 3 pieces of the outfit, completed Mourning's End 2, made some death runes which completed the RD diary. Then with our runecraft goals complete, I just knocked out a cheeky little bit of firemaking, just like 4 or 5 levels, like an hour or 2, just to push it above our other 70 skills, so Tears of Guthix wouldn't go into firemaking, because that's pretty much the worst thing you can do, right? Picked up a number of miscellaneous levels throughout this week. We got a mining and a crafting level from doing all the runecraft. Of course, there was the huge XP update during this episode, so we were able to run around the map, get a bunch of XP. I think it was like, 690k or something total, but a lot of that actually went into herb lore because a few of them were skill choice choice. I think we were just below like 69 when we started running around, and then we got to very nearly 71. So we now have every skill complete to do every quest on the account, and we've also completed every quest that leads into another quest. For example, all the Mourning's Ends that you need for Song of the Elves. So we've got 5 quests left on the account, one of which obviously is Theatre of Blood. Next episode we'll knock out a couple more of these quests, we'll edge closer and closer to completing Questscape. Definitely going to also head back to Barrows in the near future, because now we've got Mourning's End 2 out the way, there's not really very many instances where we need like very light inventory, so that's a good enough excuse to go crack some chests, maybe pull some nice Barrows pieces as gear upgrades, so look forward to that one as well. Anyway guys, that's the end. See you guys in the next one, hopefully. If you want to see the next one, obviously like and subscribe, do all that stuff. Regardless, have yourselves a great holiday period. I'll see you again soon.